Hi. Yes, let's have a conversation. We are going to have a conversation that we sort of shy away from due to hypocrisy. Please, if you just joined, kindly let me know if you can hear me, so that before I start talking, please kindly let me know in the comments. I'm using my phone, so my laptop is not so good. Please, can you hear me? Teddy, please, can you hear me? Okay, so yes, great. Yes, so how did we get there as Africans? Normally, if as a child or as when a child is born, you don't know where you are, you don't know your surroundings. You are not the one that chooses your religion. You are born into a particular family, and then you by default taking that the religion of the said family you were born into. So for me, I'm a Christian, but I mean I've lived in Muslim Islamic communities or societies, so I'm open. I mean, but I'm a Christian. I go to church. I'm a Christian because I was born into a Christian home. When one is a Muslim as well, it is because you were born into a Muslim home. Nobody chooses the religion he or she wants to join at birth. So why all the intolerance? Today this, tomorrow that. We can't seem to tolerate each other. It is not so good. So, but first of all, let me start from what we all know, a common thing we all know. Now, in the first place, when you are in Rome, you behave as a Roman, because every society and its culture, or maybe its own set of rules. So if assuming you are in a Muslim community, or you are in let's say an Islamic community or a Sharia state, you do as maybe they do, you see, because they have their own set of rules. And maybe if you can't abide by those rules, you kindly exit from such areas or maybe such societies. But nowadays, it is not so. We have rights. Every human being has a right. I'm able to live in a core Islamic country because what? I mean, we all have rights. They are not supposed to kill me because I'm a Christian and they are Muslims. No, we have to tolerate each other. But in the case whereby you can't tolerate me as a neighbor, I can't tolerate you because you're a Christian, because you're a Muslim, it doesn't even make any sense. Because in the first place, I didn't choose to become a Muslim. I was born into it. Or I didn't choose to become a Christian. I was born into that family. Some people, although, change as they grow up, but others stick by that. And their children too come to stick by it. Nobody changes it. And I didn't choose it either. So the only thing we can do is what? Tolerate each other. And I think most of us are finding it difficult to, tolerate each other because of what? Indoctrinations, religious indoctrinations, cultural indoctrinations, and a whole lot of things. Why? Why not humanity first? If we all claim to serve the same God or Allah, why all the fightings? Why all the killings? And we try to justify these things that in the Quran it is like this. In the Bible, God also said you should kill blah, 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 blah. It doesn't even make sense. So because it's in the Bible, a book that you don't even know who wrote, a Quran that you don't even know who wrote, and then you feel you should just abide by those rules. And then you can kill the other person just because the Bible or the Quran says so. I mean, does it make sense? You are serving a God that you have to fight for. So are you people saying that God cannot fight for himself? Or he can't come down and, fight for himself? So why are you serving that God? Why should you serve a God that can't fight for his own self, or herself, or himself, or whatever gender the God is? Anyway, and now, as a people, when we now most of us are in WhatsApp groups. Let me start with this, and then you see a lot of people posting religious content on such professional groups. If it is not your church group, if it is not your mosque group, I don't see any reason why you should even be posting such things. Because maybe I'm a Muslim, I would not like it. I'm a Christian, I would not like it. So you don't do that on professional groups. Now, if we have a class group, you don't post such things, or a work group. You don't post such things. Office group, you don't post such things. You get it? All this is what causes what? The intolerance. You get on the nerves of people by trying to force your religion down on them. If you believe in Jesus, fine, that is your own cup of tea. If you believe in Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that is your own cup of tea. Charlie, you don't have to force anybody to believe in what you believe in. You don't have to push it down the throat of anybody. I don't even get it. You see, serve the God you are serving. I serve the one I'm serving. If it is a stone I believe in, if it is a shrine I believe in, I do that. If it works for me, fine. If it is your juju is working for you, cool. We all live together in peace, in harmony, not fighting each other, not killing each other, So one thing is, let's stop all those things we do, trying to shove down your religion on the throat of others for them to believe in what you believe in. It is not good. Now, on my experience in Nigeria, Northern Nigeria is a very good place to live in. I must say, it is cheap. If you are there and you have a good job, you are sure that at least in the like in the next 5-10 years, you should be somewhere if you have a good job. But because of the way that town, that area is, or the northern the northern part of Nigeria is, it's made a lot of people to leave that place to the south because of the riots. Every day, most times, not every day, but it's common for people to maybe what we call the Yandabas, the what do you call them, Almajiris and all those boys, what they do to people. Because of all those things, it's made a lot of people to leave the north. And it is not just Kano, I'm talking about Sokoto, Maiduguri, Bauchi, and all those places. And one thing too is, people think that northern Nigeria is for Muslims. No. We have indigents that are Christians, even in Kano State. We have indigenous people that are Christians, that are no Muslims. So there's no place that you are going to say, oh, this is maybe a Christian town, or maybe a Christian state, or a Christian country, or whatever. There's nothing like that. Because what? People don't choose, or children cannot choose their own religion. They are born into it by default. You get it? So we have diverse religions there. Hello, Dr. Usita from Kano, and then Bumi and the rest of them. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, so we have diverse religions, But I don't really still understand why the Kano people or the Sokoto people, you know, people in the north generally are intolerant of the other religions or even other Muslims, I can say categorically, because they believe they are, you know, maybe they know the Hadiths more than the others. You know, a Yoruba, a Hausa Muslim doesn't want to pray where a Yoruba Muslim is praying, or maybe another tribe, the Muslim from another tribe is praying. It doesn't make any sense. So if you claim you are praying to the same God, why would you think you are better than the other person? How? It's not possible. So I don't know why our our Hausa brothers and sisters always have this belief at the back of their mind, and because of that, some of them are using it to what? You know, do what they are not supposed to do. Criminal acts. And because the laws doesn't work in Africa or in West Africa, let me say, they are using that excuse to perpetrate evil. To perpetrate evil. This is pure evil. So if someone tells you or incites you to go and kill, you will go and kill. You will go and steal. When the child of the person that told you is at home, he or she has daughters at home, has sons at home, doesn't send those people to go out to do those, commit those acts, but they are sending you in the mosque to go and do it. If not for poverty, like, how possible is that? Why would you even do that in the first place? Why would you even do that? Now, when I posted something this afternoon and someone was telling me that, oh, they would come for me, and we know our people some of our people are intolerant and blah, 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 blah. It is this same excuse we have been using, and we have not been saying the truth to ourselves. The excuse of, oh, when you talk, they are going to attack the Christians. When you talk, they are going to attack me, blah, 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 blah. So because of that, you keep mute. Even the Muslims that know that this is wrong, keep mute about it. The imams that know that this is wrong, keep mute about it. But we act as if we are holy. We are the ones that have access to God. Or we are the ones that have access to Allah. We keep quiet. These people worship with us in the same mosque. These people worship with us in the same church. Why? Why? I don't know how and why you would think because you are Hausa, your Islam is better than someone's own, or your prayer goes faster to God than that of maybe a Yoruba man or some other person. I don't just get it. So why? Why incite people against each other? Why do we do this? And then you claim that, oh, they don't know the deen, this and that, it is not like that, it is not like that. But, I mean, we all know the truth. They don't know the deen, but you that know the deen, you are not what? Telling them what to do. You are not telling them what to do because what? You fear them as well. You fear them as well. So how are we going to be able to kind of sort of maybe eradicate this canker that is eating us up? You may think that, oh, this issue is in Nigeria, so how is it what? My own problem. It is my problem, it is your problem, because what? We have a lot of them coming into Ghana here. And these extremisms will be brought in here to us. And that is the last thing anybody will want to experience in Ghana here. So the earlier we start talking about this, having these conversations, even though they are not uncomfortable, the better. If you know that if you know that you are not, you are sort of, to the extreme, please and please, try and find a balance. You are serving your own God. The other person is serving his or her own God. I mean, we don't care whatever you believe in. Just do it your own way. And I see a lot of learned people justifying this thing. So now, are we comparing how many Christians have killed the Muslims in the south, and we are comparing how many Muslims have killed Christians in the north? Does it make sense to you? Does it even make sense to you? You kill somebody's child, somebody's daughter, just because of what? Ordinary religion. Something that you are going to die and live. And you believe that as a man, if you are able to kill somebody because the person was, it was blasphemy, whatever, then when you get to heaven, you are going to get some, is it 88 or 77 virgins or whatever? Charlie? Abba. Bros. So you have access to polygamy on earth here. 4 women. You can marry 4 women. You didn't do that. It is when you get to heaven, you want to have virgins to be sleeping with. I mean, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. And moreover, even if you believe that you are going to get some virgins to sleep with if you kill a Christian or whatever, I mean, believe it in your own pocket. That is your own business. That is your own business. I just don't get it where you are going to get the virgins from in heaven or wherever. And I don't even know how you believe even such crap. I saw a very learned person. I was just reading people's comments and posts today, and a very learned person I respect so much said something that just broke my heart. I'm like, can you imagine? And this is somebody we think that is learned, and other maybe notorious Muslims can even go to for advice. No, he's not somebody one can even go to. Because he also believes, yes, then the Christians have killed some people before, so the Muslims should kill as well. I mean, what is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? We just need to change our mindsets. We really, really need to change our mindsets, because these things happen, and these areas become security zones. Everybody is scared. You can't go to Kaduna. You can't go to Kano. You can't go to Maiduguri. I mean, like, how do you want such areas to develop? And Kano State people, they are even a people I don't even understand. There is so much in Kano that if they are so tolerant, that state would have been like Dubai. Seriously, I'm telling you, I've lived there and I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But because of this intolerance and extremism, a lot of people are just scared. Even now as it is, we have people have their businesses there and they are making it. But it would have been far, 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 far better than what it is now, you see. Thank you all for joining. And we have, let me read, a bit of the comments. I think there are some comments. What at all has religion done or achieved for Africa? Well, I wouldn't totally say maybe religion has not done anything for Africa, because it is through these missionaries we were able to gain some sort of formal education. Though we had our own education before the missionaries, but we all know that formal education came through them. You get it? So I wouldn't totally say that maybe it has not done anything, because we have the mission schools as well. But the whole point is, whatever you do, when it is too much, it is bad. Even in life generally, we all know that. So too much of everything is bad. Harriet says, Harriet Aqua says, if religion makes you lose your humanity, that is where you realize you have fallen below the status of a human, i.e., you are an animal. Simple. Yes, that is true, Harriet. Some people are just animals. And you know what? Because of the high use of tramadol and the rest of these drugs in the northern parts of of Nigeria, a lot of these boys use these things and behave under the influence of these drugs. It is not just the religion. There are addicts among them. There are addicts among them. These boys that they use to perpetrate these evils cannot probably even recite a whole verse in the Quran. They may not be able to do it. I'm telling you the truth. They may not be able to do it. Some don't know anything in the Quran. They just go and sit down in the masjid, listen to the indoctrinations or the incitement or whatever the evil one is telling them to do, and they go and do it. You get it? They don't have any knowledge. And those ones in there that are supposed to correct them are not able to do so too, because what? They are scared. When I was in Federal College of Education, Kano, I schooled there. That was where I had my teacher training. I'm a teacher as well. Now, this riot, before the riot, what happened? What normally happens is we have some of our classmates who are, indigents, who always alert us when things like that are to happen. So you are always with your phone, and maybe someone may just text you. Then WhatsApp there was no WhatsApp. It was Facebook and SMS. So someone may just SMS you that, oh, where are you? The town is not good though. If you can go back to Sabongeri or wherever you live, it would be better. Then you have to pick a bike and go to Sabongeri. Because if it happens and you are in the midst of, you are inside the Kano, township itself, amongst the indigents, you are dead. When I was in Nigeria, when I was in the north, I go everywhere with money and my passport. I went everywhere with money. That's enough money for a flight ticket. That's what I'm telling you. That is the fact I'm telling you. And what? My passport. I never left my passport at home. There was no day I was ever ready that in case anything happens, I'm going straight to the airport to pick a flight and come back to Ghana. So this was the fear we lived in. And it is not only me. I was Ghanaian, fine. I was in the school as a Ghanaian. I registered as a Ghanaian, went in as a Ghanaian. The school knows that. But even the Nigerians themselves that were Christians were afraid. And because of that, you have a high population in what? An area we call Sabongeri. That is where the Christians are. The Igbos, the Idomas, all the tribes you can think of, the Igalas and all that. That is why we have a high concentration of them in Sabongeri. It is not as if maybe you can't live in other parts of Kano State. You can, but the risk of you dying is higher when you live in such areas. So every day you go out in fear. People are not able to send their children to schools outside Sabongeri. What? Because they are scared. If anything happens on a Friday afternoon when they close from Juma or from the mosque, then there is trouble. Because you'll be caught in traffic, and if you are caught in traffic, you may die as well, or you may lose your life. So it is a very sad situation. And I don't know why the educated ones, the ones that claim that know the deen, are not saying anything about these things. I don't know why. People live in perpetual fear in these areas. It is very sad, and it's just because of what? A religion that we don't even know where it came from. A religion that, we know nothing about the Bible or the Quran. It was handed over to us. So how should that divide us as a people? How should it divide us as a people? Why should it? The day I was nearly killed, on a countless number of occasions, I've had that experience. But there was this particular one that happened, and I was being chased with a machete, and It was actually my Kanuri friend, who is a Muslim as well. He's an ustaz, actually. I mean, you know, a very religious Muslim guy. He was the one that actually went to hide me. His name is Husseini, and he's my friend on Facebook as well. He's on my friends list. He's the one that actually was able to what? Give me a place to hide from these people. And normally, they are not even supposed to chase women and children. But during this riots and stuff, they do all those things. You see? So there are good Muslims right there. My friend's neighbor was the one that even betrayed them and told the people to go into the house that they are there. The neighbor that, you know, she had and the husband have been helping, actually. You know, so the man was actually a rich man. That my friend's husband was very rich, and they were living at a place we call Zoo Road. But in the house, I think he had, you know, maybe because he was rich, he had a hideout where, I mean, they could hide in case of emergency or something like that. So I think when they came in, they had gone to hide, and that was how they stayed there for more than 24 hours without water and food and whatever, with children. When these people left, they were able to come out and then flee for their lives. Do you know that after the riots, and they actually left the state anyway, after the riots, when they came back, that same neighbor I'm talking about was already occupying their house. And this is not a house that, I mean, like he rented. This is his own personal house he built. So that was what? Greediness on the part of the neighbor. It is not Islam. Do you get it? The neighbor was what? Greedy. He was jealous. He was envying the what? The neighbor. So it was when they came back, they now had to, you know, evict him and then take over the house. They eventually sold that house and actually relocated back to Lagos State. I mean, a whole lot of things one can talk about which will make you sad. Excuse me. Somebody's baby was thrown in deep, you know, the kose. When you go and buy kose for your cocoa, akara, what we call akara in Nigeria, you go and buy it. The oil that is frying, a baby was actually dropped into that hot oil and fried. Is that humanity? It is done under the influence of drugs. They smoke a whole lot of things, even gata, a whole lot of rubber, and so many different things these boys smoke. But when they are coming, they are chanting Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, as if maybe they are coming, you know, because of what? The religion. But mostly it is under the effect of what? The drugs. So I think the educated Muslims have a long way to go. They have a long way to go because we have to really educate people. We are all trying to justify why this is happening and blah, 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 blah. There is no need of justifications. There is no need of giving any excuses. Let's do the right things in the mosque when we go there on Fridays. The Christians to do the right thing. Educate these people. Educate these illiterates. Let them know that if you do this, it is not right. If you do this, it is not right. It is not the time to be blaming anybody. We are not trying to blame anybody. But these things, these conversations have to be, had so that what? We stop it. We have to have these conversations. And I don't know why people are not comfortable having it. Someone was telling me that, oh, they will come for you. They will come for me how? They will come for me how? When I was in Kano State, I'm not going to say that when I'm in let's say an Islamic country, I'm going to dress maybe naked. Do you get my point? If I'm in your country, I'm going to do as you want it. I wouldn't go against your rules. But then I don't expect you to also what? Trample on my own human rights. I wear the hijab, I wear the niqab. I mean, I can dress anyway, because it is what? It is just clothing. It is nothing. This is not a significance of that. I mean, it is not religion. It doesn't signify, I mean, a religion. It's nothing. It is just clothing. If you wear the jalabia, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you are holy. So it doesn't even make sense. But I'm going to live according to your rules, and let the other person also live according to their own rules. You know, the hypocrisy is what even kills me more. These same people womanize. These same people drink. These same people go to club. They come to the town, the Sabongeri, to come and do all these things. Even right here in Ghana, it's happening. They smoke the what's it called? What do they call it? This thing they smoke now. They smoke all these things and then still claim they are more holy than you. How? How are you holy than me? How are you holy than me? Anita, many of the fanatics are not educable. I have for years educated many of them, but they can't reason right. You can educate them. Yes, Shisha, that is the name. Thank you, Sessa. Sessa is my schoolmate, was my schoolmate in Ilorin. Thank you very much. Shisha. They smoke shisha. Even women, I mean, the girls do that a lot now. They can be educated. Sessa, you know why it seems that you cannot educate them? You don't speak Hausa. If you speak the language, they can be what? Educated. Do you get it? They can be educated. So forget about they can't be educated. They can be educated. I'm telling you. They can be educated. So strengthen those who have believed. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieve. So strike them upon the necks and strike them from every fingertip. I think Balfour is trying, Berima is trying to, he posted a Quran verse or something like that. Let me try and read what he said. Sorry, I'm trying to read what he said. I'm using a phone, so I'm so sorry. Let this sink to all religious extremists. If your God cannot fight for himself and his prophets, except you, the mortal, chose the path of hatred, then that is not God worthy of worship. Any God who pushes mankind to hate themselves is not worthy of the worship of man. Any God who inspires students to burn another student is not worthy of reverence. Believers must think. Thank you. So you are in a school WhatsApp group. Why would you even be posting your religious posts, you know, to inconvenience the other person? Just post only your assignments and what you're supposed to do there. I've been class rep all my academic life. I'm always class rep. And I don't tolerate it. I tell people, don't post what you're not supposed to post. I'll delete it or I'll remove you at that particular moment when it's getting too much. So you set rules. So if this lady was telling them that, oh, this is a classroom platform, please don't let us post religious stuff or whatever. I mean, that is if the story we are hearing is true. You see, she didn't do anything wrong. And even if she did something wrong, as a human being, I don't see how you have the right to burn someone alive or whatever. But I'm not surprised anyway, because I've been there and I know how it is. And I know how it is. But it is getting too much. And I think, please, my brothers and sisters in Islam, I beg you, those of you that know the truth and the deen, please educate these people for us, because we need to tolerate each other. We need to tolerate each other, because you can't be living in a country and every day you go out with your passport and money just in case anything happens. You know, it is not nice. Let us tolerate each other. I think that's the comments I have for now. I want to end. So the whole thing is that Don't let us believe when people tell us that it is this, it is that, you know, our people, they are not tolerant, so let us not talk about it. You have to talk about it, my sister, my brother. If you can't talk about it, who will talk about it? If I can't tell my brother what he's doing is bad, who is going to tell him? If you can't tell your sister what she's doing is bad, who will tell him? So let us do the right things, and the society will get better. The society will get better. We are all thinking of a better society, I mean, you know. But with the religion, where is it going to lead us? But with this same religious extremists, go to Europe, go to the UK, go to the US, and they drop all these things at the airports and go into these countries and behave themselves when they are there. But when you are in your own country, you misbehave. This thing that just happened, these boys can't try that if they were schooling in America or in the UK. But because you know that our own Africa, our own country, things don't work, the laws don't work, you do anything you like. I think someone is saying they want to come on. Let me add the person. Oh, sorry. A lot of people said they wanted to join. I'm so sorry. I'm just saying this. I'm using a phone. So sorry, please. Let me try and okay. Okay, so I'm trying to add someone said he wants to contribute. Let's see if he would join, if he will be able to join if the network is good. So you know, we have to what? Tell each other the bitter truth so that things will get better. You know, things would get better. If we are not able to tell them the truth, how are things going to get better? Let us start having these conversations. Ajia Wangara, thanks for joining in. And I think you can do a lot of education with what you do. You know that you can do a lot of education to our people with the language, your language. I think you are, you know, part of it is from Mali or something. You have your language you speak Hausa as well. You can do a lot of education, even amongst the women. You get it? So that would what? Would tolerate each other. I'm not able to add him, so I think he wasn't able to come on. But I'm going to have to end it here. Obapenny, do you have anything to say? She says, Karl Marx was right. Religion is indeed opium, of the masses, not if. It is of the masses. Yes, it is. It is. It's sad. But it is what it is. But we all have to just talk about these things and tolerate each other. I'm hoping we all have a good Friday and a happy weekend. And let's keep, tolerating each other, because it is necessary. It is necessary. If as a people we don't tolerate each other, then it is... she said, yes, I do have a lot to say. So please, kindly send in a request so that you say what you have to say. Kindly click on the request button if you are seeing it, so that I can add you up. I'm not able to add... Berima as well. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a phone. Please, can you see the request button? Because I know you have a lot to say and you have experience as well. Okay, yes, so I've got one request, so let me add her. Oh no, it went off. Okay, so let me add you now. Sorry, let me invite you. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, I just sent you a request. So there's the call to prayer in my area. You can hear the noise. Sorry, this is taking a little bit of time. Nanaya wants to come on, so I'm trying to add her. Please. I'm trying to add her if this goes well. Anita, I hold a PhD in Islamic studies. My problem with Islam is the test. Yeah, Berima, I was trying to bring you on, but I don't seem, I added you, but I don't know what happened. And Anita, I hold a PhD in Islamic studies. My problem with Islam is the text. The Quran and the Hadiths has a posture that makes it difficult to use as a tool to talk about peace. Yes, I know what you're talking about exactly. I know it. I've read the Quran a lot, but I mean, the English version, I know what you're talking about, but I mean, it is what it is, and we just have to try and talk about it in a way that people would understand, because, you know, a lot of indoctrination comes in here, and it is not the fault of these people. You get it? It is not their fault. So, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. It is not their fault. So, I'm trying to add Nanaya now. It is not their fault. Connection failed. Nanaya, it says your connection failed. So, I'm going to have to end it here. Whoever wants to come up. Okay, so. Yeah, any other thing in the comment section? I think I've read all that is in the comment section.
Hi, Anita.
Nanaya is here. Hi.
I'm glad I'm on. You know,
Yes.
interesting when I saw
How is Scotland this evening?
the weather is okay. The weather is just okay today.
Great. So welcome on board. Yeah. So what do you have to say about this religious intolerance? I mean, what do you have to say?
You know, when I saw the post initially, I thought it was just a joke. I didn't really pay attention to it. Then this morning I was just, surfing Facebook as usual. And I came across a lot of posts about it, to the point that they have to ban a student, claiming that she has spoken against Allah or Muhammad or whatever. You know what? God or Allah is supreme. And he doesn't need anybody to fight his battle for him.
Exactly.
Somebody gave the comments that if you are worshiping a God who cannot fight for himself, but you have to fight for that God, then that God is not deserving of the worship.
Exactly.
Then you're giving to him.
Allah.
My problem in Africa, maybe it's because I read a little bit of sociology, where Karl Marx always described the religion as opium of masses. Indeed, he was right. We have failed as people, we have failed as community to think using our own brains. And even we put the Quran and the Bible aside and indoctrinate our children. When I was teaching, back then in 2001, when I was teaching, I taught in a Muslim school. So I have lived in a Muslim community, so I understand them a bit. You have communication or with a student, and you ask some question, and their line of thinking borders on how their parents see things. So the parents within the Muslim community and the leaders within the Muslim community really have a lot of training or education to do to the youth, because trust me, about 90% of the youth in Muslim community do not have their own brain. They pick things as their parents tell them, they pick things as their leaders tell them, and they go about destroying things, they go about taking people's lives. God or Allah doesn't need anybody to fight for him. And even among Christians, you know, interestingly, the people who are often extremists in religion are the hypocrites. Annoyingly, they are the hypocritical ones.
Of course.
They do all sort of, they do all sort of bad things you ordinary person cannot think of doing, And when it comes to religious stance, they behave as if they are holier than anybody around them. Yeah. And I think God will be sitting somewhere and be laughing at us. Last time, I don't know whether you saw a post about Hajia, what's her name? That Ghanaian lady who, Mona, is it Mona or something? That Hajia girl. Mona. She's a singer. She did a photo shoot for her daughter, and the girl was wearing
okay, the mermaid theme picture. Yeah.
And come and see a lot of people commenting, posting negative comment, criticizing her. This is how you turn a case into mommy water. God said we should teach the kids the way they should go. Common dress. People were crucifying the lady on the page. These are the same people who will go about womanizing, taking people's husbands, taking people's wife, stealing from people, drinking to the extreme, smoking weed, taking shisha and all those things. But they come to the public and they want to crucify people. God will never forgive such ones. It's really bitter. Imagine you're a parent and you're in the house. I'm just so hyper this evening, trust me. You are a parent, you are in the house, and
I can hear that in your voice. I can feel it.
You're being informed that your daughter is been burnt to ashes, all because she spoke to whatever. How on earth will student tend to? I'm a student myself. I'm taking my master's degree here. We have diverse. We have Indians on my page. We have Hindus. We have atheists. We have Muslims. We have Christians. You have to be disciplined enough to know that students' page is not a religious association. And so you do not have any whatsoever to post anything other than academic affairs on the page. So if you have posted something, if you posted something and she says you are wrong, and you couldn't reason enough to see or to know what you're doing is wrong, you go ahead and ban somebody. God or Allah, wherever he is, would never forgive those people for doing that to that young girl.
Exactly. And somebody would be justifying that. I mean, comparing the number of Christians that have been killed in the north and the number of Christians, Muslims that have been killed in the south. I mean, some stupid comparisons. You get it.
So that must really set up whether Muslim or Christian
just like you're saying, these same people are the ones stealing from us, from the government first, corrupting. And Africa is not even getting better because of these same people. And when they go to Europe, they drop all those things, but they can only do those things here in Africa. They can only do those things here in Africa. Muslims in London, Muslims anywhere live peacefully. You get it?
It's so bad.
It's so bad. And we need to talk about it. When you talk, and they are uncomfortable talking about it. Someone says the psychology behind, someone says the psychology behind extremism goes beyond literacy and poverty. The leaders who incite this youth are educated and some are rich. The problem is the religion itself and the text, it rewards extremism. This is from Dada Joe Nayare. I don't know where Dada Joe from.
I'm going to comment on that post.
Okay.
You know,
go ahead.
When we are talking about education, we are not talking about the fact that those people are illiterate. Of course, we can have educated illiterate. When we say somebody is illiterate or somebody is literate, let me take it from that angle. And we put religion as a concept in it, okay? The person is able to decipher. When you tell the person something, he just doesn't take it as you have given it out, as you have said it or as you have given out. The person think about it and decipher to know what best way or what best course to choose. So, of course, these people are educated, they are rich, but when they talk of that kind of education of knowing what is wrong and what is right, knowing when to even follow what a said right is, those people don't have it. They go to churches, they go to mosque, and they read the scriptures or the Quran to them. And instead of them to sit, you know, one thing growing up as a young lady, one thing I realized about religion in Africa, when you start asking questions, you know, you are born into a church, you are born into a certain religious body.
Yeah.
You follow your parents to church. And
That's what I'm saying, exactly, by default.
By default. So as you are growing, your interest, everything begins to grow. And then you begin to ask questions. The moment you start asking questions, they see you as a person. They think you are going wayward. They don't encourage people to ask questions. When it comes to religion, you just have to obey. You just have to follow. And this happens both in Christian societies and in the Islamic societies. And so what I'm saying is that the religious leaders, being Christians or being Muslims or being atheists, Hindus or whoever they are, really need to sit up and educate. That is, if they themselves, they know. You can only educate someone if you know. Indeed, if they know, they should really sit their youth down and educate them. Okay? You were a man before you became of God. And God himself doesn't expect perfection from anybody. So you have no right or whatsoever to judge the other person. God or the Allah is the only judge. If indeed the person has spoken against God or the person has spoken against Allah, allow God or Allah to fight his battle. Because he's mighty enough to fight his own battle. You don't have that right. You go to church and you don't dress the way pastor's wife dress. They see you as wayward. You know, they have really used religion and society to cripple a lot of people, that to the point that we can't think. And if you come out boldly, you are a problem.
Yeah, let me read this. Ras is in Italy. He's a brother, and he's a Muslim as well. He's saying that he disagrees that he says the problem is not religion. I disagree. And then everything came in as we go. Remember, human beings get updates, like how programs get updated. Like he's trying to say that as we grow up, we should be able to update ourselves or something like that. Yeah, exactly. I get you. Exactly.
You don't just take it because my parents said. You don't just take it because my pastor said. You don't just take it because
you know that let me just tell you this quickly. My father's side, they are Presbyterians. My mother's side, they are AME Zion. But when we moved to Nigeria, my parents joined Deeper Life. I grew up in Deeper Life. And when you ask questions, the Deeper Life in Nigeria is not like the one in Ghana here, where even the ladies can shake the men. Those days, you dare not shake a brother in the church. Who born you? You go on discipline. You know, those kind of strict indoctrinations. You get it. But when you ask questions, then it is as if maybe you've gone to the state of apostasy. You are not born again. You're not this. You're not that. And I ask questions a lot. You see, it is a big issue in the church as well. It is a big issue.
In fact, some of us, it's difficult for you to tame us. If we don't know, we will ask. We will keep asking till we get to the bottom. But different life.
So someone is asking me if I live in Nigeria. No, I'm not in Nigeria now. I'm in my country, Ghana. I was there, and I still visit. I mean, yeah. I love Kano, so I still visit. I love
it so much for inviting me on. I think I have to go. Thanks so much for inviting me. I think this shouldn't be a one-off conversation. This is a conversation that needs to really happen often. We need to really sensitize people to do the right thing. I mean,
thank you a lot for joining. Hold on. We have somebody just joined. I think Barry Makofi just joined. I want to give him a minute to say what he has to say. Thank you, Nanaya, for joining from Scotland. Anaya is a communications expert, and she was in Ghana here doing her thing, and she left for further studies. This is a second master's, Charlie. You are going
I'm
places.
coming back. I'm coming back.
Yeah. So,
All right,
so
so
thank you for joining. So let me hear what Berima has to say.
I'll be
So
with you,
you can,
Berima.
you,
So,
you can go. You can go off. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So welcome, Berima, Kofi. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Anita.
Great.
I can hear you now.
All right, great. You can hear me now. Great. So, what do you have to say? You said you have a PhD in Islamic studies. Is there anything you feel is wrong? And is causing this indoctrinations we see around us in Africa? Who said? Let me see. Someone says, can they join too? Okay, Raz. Okay, so Raz, I'll add you. So, Kofi, please go on. Can you can talk? Go on, please.
Yeah.
Kofi, I am not. We are not hearing you. Please check your audio.
Yeah. Let me check my settings.
It was clear just now. So if you could go on. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, yes, I can hear you. I think there are echoes at the, but that's okay. The problem with the religion in general that most people who claim to be the teachers, the leaders, are themselves very ignorant of the text they handle.
Of the text they handle. Okay, he's saying that these people are even ignorant of the text they handle. Okay, go on.
And, and, and
Oh no, you are breaking. You are breaking. You are breaking. You are breaking. I don't know why. You have some things to say, but you are breaking. Okay, so let me quickly read this comments from someone. Pretty Natasha, I keep saying religion is not only our problem in Africa. Okay, I'm now back. Okay, so I'm going to add you again, Ras. Then someone says, sorry, a minute. People are joining, so if I don't read their comments, it won't be so nice of me. You know, they took their time to join in. So, but because I'm using a phone as well, I can't see all. Aisha Alabire says, these people are a bunch of ignorants. They don't they don't Aisha is saying something, but I'm going to read it again. Aisha, I'm going to read your comment again. It's gone off again. Why killing in the name of religion? So unfortunate. I pray the Lord deals with them. This is absolutely not Islam. Exactly. It is because they know that the laws don't work here. They can't try that in Europe, or I mean UK or US. You know that. You know. It's because our laws don't work. Ras, I'm going to add you again. A minute. You get it? So let me try and add Ras again. He's coming on. Aselena, do you want to join? It's saying that I should add you. So let me search and add Ras. It's not able to. Okay. So I'm trying to add. Sorry. A lot of people are trying to join in, but I don't know if it's my own network. Berima Osei Tutu said, sad reality. you know, try and add me again. Now, yeah, I'm trying to add you. Okay, so great. Raz, I'm going to add you now, so you just hold on. Raz, I'm going to add you again. I'm going to add you again. We have a serious situation at hand. This problem we have now is not something we should be joking with, because if it escalates, yeah. So, hello, hello, Aslina, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Aslina, yes, good. You have a baby, so you can off your video. That is good. But you can say your views. Go on, please. What do you have to say? Are you still in the north?
Yeah, I'm seeing the notes.
You are still in the north. Sanu da Aiki. Sanu da Kokeriko. Sanu Kwana View Kwana de Yawako. Yeah. So please, kindly just give us the situation there now. How are you feeling?
Hey, to me, in this place, is okay, but I don't just understand the killing. You know, because we are all human beings. You understand? I don't understand the killing. I don't even know it was this evening I heard about the killing, so I was not happy. But here in the north, in Kano, is peaceful. You know, there is no problem here.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, the north is very peaceful and even cheap to live. Yeah. So as of now, there's nothing in Kano. No tension. Is there any tension in Kano?
No
tension as of today.
No tension.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That is very good.
Thank you so much.
That is very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks for joining in. I'm bringing in Umma Hassana and Ras. I'm going to bring you all in. Bye, Odia.
Bye. Odia ne Anya.
Bye. Anya cho. Bye. I'm speaking a lot of local dialects this evening. So let me add Ma Asana and Ras. Right, I'm going to add you again. So I'm trying to add you now. So you don't worry. So Ma Asana and Ras, I'm adding you guys. Yes, so Ras is here. Yay! We have someone from Italy. This evening the conversation is worldwide. Yeah. So
really,
you are from
I really love it.
You are from the Zongo. You are from us. I mean, what do you have to say, Charlie? Yeah.
First of all, I greet everybody. Start greeting in the Islamic way. You say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
wa alaikum salam wa
blessing of Allah be upon everybody.
Amen. Yeah, now go to
Islam.
Hold on.
Some people were speaking something concerning the Islamic, like, oh, they are killing the name of the religion. They are killing. Actually, we have to know that when you are talking about religion, we also have to know the theology. The ideology behind any person leading a particular religious group. For example, if we come to Ghana, we have different kind of religious sectors in Ghana, which are divided into different sectors. In Islamic religion, we have different sectors of Islamic religion. And the ideology of what your teacher taught you sometimes tends you to be like the one you are. Example, if you come to, we talk about, we have the Wahhabiyya, we have the Tijaniya, we have the Muridiyya. I'm a Sufi. I'm a Sufi, and actually we think that everybody has a right to decide on something. For example, sometimes whenever you are doing something, and because the Islam didn't teach you to kill. It said if you kill a person, the Islam told you that don't kill. Even the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when they were in the battle of Badr, one of his disciples was to fight against an enemy who is not a Muslim, because it's a battle, you know. So when he was to strike this person, Prophet told him that no, you are not striking this person because of the God you are serving. You are striking because you hate the person. You understand me?
Hate the person.
If you hate a person, you want to put the Islamic context into a hate, then you are not a Muslim. They said that you should, and also tell us that we should win the hearts of our enemies, but don't defeat your enemy. This is Islam. Islam tells you to win the hearts, because if you win the heart of enemy, you have really got the enemy to understand who you are, your ideology, why you don't do things. And Islam too, you don't force someone into the religion. You don't force anybody into la yakra fi din. That's how it said. You know, Islam is very big. It's something I'm not really a scholar in Islam, or my father is a this thing, but me, I'm not a scholar. Okay?
I know.
You know,
but your dad,
when you learn Islam, most of the things that we are doing, some of them calling themselves Muslims, are not acting the way Islam says you should do. Islam says you should live with your. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ended the time, last time of when the last sermon he gave, he said we should love each other. You shouldn't treat your someone who's not a Muslim, you should treat him bad. No. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you should treat him well. Don't superior upon each other. Racism, he talked about all these things. So those people who are trying to put, for me, for example, I'm in a Catholic country. Okay, I do things with anybody. Yes, I do things with everybody. You know, I do things with the Catholic. I do things with the Muslim. I do things with, and I'm also one of the member of the Islamic, the Muslim. Yeah, in Italy. I think there's a kind of like breaking. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? So,
go on, please.
Once, yeah, I live in a society whereby recently some of us have been choosing to represent the Islamic community over here. So what do? We try to unite the people. Islam didn't tell you that. So whenever you hear some people calling the name Allahu Akbar and killing people or destroying, please don't associate this person too much to Islam. They you know.
Yeah.
We have someone is called him. He reads the Quran. He speaks the Arabic. Doesn't make him a perfect Muslim. If you are a perfect Muslim, somebody even insults you, you have to walk away. If you are a perfect Muslim, and you cannot. If you say that if you preach someone and he's not listening to you, don't force him to accept what you do. So these are things that we are lacking. We are lacking because, for example, they say before you judge someone, judge yourself first. I will say this, and when they say in that, they say Akhul Jihad, Awal Jihad, first struggle, Jihad Nafsak. You have to struggle yourself. So whenever you want to judge someone, that is not good. Did you judge yourself?
All right.
Did you look at yourself?
All right. So round off, let Mahasana come in.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, sister.
I'm joining from Ghana.
Yeah, go on.
Good evening. I'm joining from Ghana,
Evening.
and I want to say assalamu alaikum to all our Muslim viewers, and then good evening to our other religious believers. What happened in Sokoto is very, very uncalled for. It is not something that is to be supported. It is something that should be condemned. Because if you look at the Prophet Muhammad, when he had treated a religious group, Christianity. There was a treaty called Treaty of Philadelphia. Among the treaty, Muslims and Christians came to consensus. You see, on very important issues, such that in the treaty, the Prophet Muhammad even said the blood of the Christians is abominable religious war.
Thank you.
You understand? For one person to kill the other person, it is way beyond that. Secondly, I want to make a very big important point for our followers from the northern part of Nigeria.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me to say, we all are descendants from Arewa, but it's like that. There is this religious discrimination, very, very intolerable situation, even among some of the Muslim sects.
Yes.
So, if somebody, if a student in a class group says they shouldn't post religious content on a class group, there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to be worried about, because if Muslims post and Christians post, it's not. We look at most groups should look at the theme for the group. You get it?
Yes. How will you even see the important assignment if you post Bible verses and Quran?
Find followers and what? Go on and do your dawah. So what's happening in Sokoto? It is something that all Muslims around the world should condemn it. Very, very uncalled for. As a Muslim, I grew up in a both Islamic and Christian home. You get it? I have family members who, hey, will you shut up? I have family members who are Christian. We grew up with them. I attended an Anglican school, St. Patrick's school. You get it? We call Hadiths. You understand? I remember there was this at Eid and we put on lele. So the headmistress decided that she will not accept lele in our school. So she asked all those lele to go home. But fortunately, our circles don't go by. Makama went to the school and explained to her that this lele is something it's not permanent, and it's just for festive season. You get it?
Yeah.
But they came to consensus. As we speak now, you see girls from St. Monica's school who put on lele when it's Salah. So this is what religious tolerance. This is what religious tolerance teaches us. You get it?
Yes.
So I don't know.
So
for northern Nigeria, it's a whole lot of, I don't know how to explain it much. But if you have visited and stayed with them, that discrimination, stigmatization is there. With every little thing, one Kavurache, one Christiache. Meanwhile, they have employed Christians working for them.
Words that are very bad. Christians,
but in the northern part of Nigeria, it's hardly seen a Muslim man marrying a Christian man, which is not abominable. I see this are the kind of marriages we should encourage. You understand? We should encourage such that there will be a peaceful cohabitation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're a Muslim man and you think you want to marry a Christian, you should be allowed to get married to her. You get it? We have part of our family who divorced and married Christians. And we live peacefully. They are proud to have us as Muslims, and we are also proud to have them as Christians. We join them in all their festivities, Christmas, Easter, and they also join us when we are celebrating Eid al-Fitr.
All right.
Northern Nigeria, it's a whole shit, you know? It's a whole shit. I think you have a better experience of what we are discussing now. For a whole strike to come on social media to say they should kill somebody, oh hell no. Even Prophet Muhammad said, if you meet somebody and you're doing something and it's against the religion, talk to the person. If the person doesn't listen, be silent. It's also a form of jihad. If you cannot be silent on it, just
the jihad is the killing. Go, come in. You can come in now.
What sister is saying is very good. You know, in Islam, not entitled to laws in your hand, because you can. Because for me, first of all, Islam is a religion that is a faithful religion. It's something that who doesn't most feel hurt whenever somebody says something bad about the Prophet. And I'm sorry of what our sister, you know, and this one too, we should also, we ask different religious background.
Oh, okay. Sorry, hold on. Let her go because she has kids. Okay.
Let us religious people, because when Kamat was asked what is religion, he defined religion as something that we see. When Kamat was asked about religion, he said it's something we uphold, sacred. So issues of religion is something very sensible and sensitive.
Sensitive, yeah.
The sensitive nature of religion. We should respect each other's religious views. We should have limits. We should have boundaries. Muslims should. I know usually Muslims, after you find Muslims insulting Jesus Christ. It's not common, but it's much common among Christians, seeing them insulting Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not that we are trying to share blames or criticize, but I want both religious people to also accept the fact that religion is something which is sensitive, which every individual group upholds sacred. So we should respect people's religious views for peaceful coexistence.
Salaam alaikum. Salaam alaikum. Now go to say, Sister Mba. So you can go up.
So
Great.
As we are saying right now, my sister just say something. You know, this comes when you are living in Islamic country where everything is governed by Islam, okay? There, everybody knows the law of Islam and knows how to go about it and how not to go about it. So the country has right to rule the country with the law of Islam because they are all Muslims. Because if you are all Chinese, we live in Chinese. So if we are living in a country like Ghana and Nigeria, which is a mixed religious country, I think the law of Nigeria too, it has told us about the blasphemy. The law of Nigeria have already put something on that one, which is section 204 of the Nigerian Criminal Code in the book. So one thing is that as human, as sister said, religion is a sensitive issue because somebody will stay in this country whereby he knows that even the government is corrupted. He has taken everything from him. He will never fight. But this person, on his toe on religion, he can do something. So you have to accept that nobody should go and condemn. You can have debate with me, but when I say something that, I say I don't want you to hot water on me, please don't pour the hot water on me. You know, some provocative people also bring problems in this our society. And we have to know we are living in a society that are not all equal in the sense of thinking, our thought, because somebody maybe in the beginning. We know if we come to the Western, we know some countries that even Christians are killing non-Christians, but they don't call them Christians. They call them a citizen of this thing. You understand this case? And more to the point that they say prevention is better than cure. Most Muslims prevent things to be escalating, to become normal life. That's how we say this is some of them. But I also want to say, if you are living in a country which is not governed by, which has a law against blasphemy, you have to send it to the court. Any Muslim can also call the law of the country to.
But the Sharia court is there. I know about it and I've experienced it. The Sharia court mostly
is for the Muslims.
It's for the Muslims. So even if a Muslim does something against you, you can't take it there as a Christian. So that is another case entirely. You get it?
For example,
and even when they go, they always rule in favor of. So it's a bit.
This is human. So for me, to be sincere, according to law and other things, okay, I'm not expert, but we know that what human nature is corrupted.
Oh yeah.
Even the one maybe one even judging you can be most corrected than the victim himself, but it's not being judged. So this is where to the general issue. The general issue is this: if we are living in Ghana, I don't apply Sharia law in Ghana. We don't apply Sharia law in Ghana because Ghana is not full Sharia. Nobody will understand because it doesn't understand. So what you have to apply is that you do your part as a Muslim to keep your Islamic faith holy, but don't go to force someone to your Islamic faith. And secondly, being a Christian, do your Christian faith with you, but don't go and say that blah blah. But if you have a debate or educational conversation with a Muslim, you can have it. It's a good, because we all learn, because al-ilm faridatun ala kulli Muslim. They say in Islam, knowledge is very compulsory to any Muslim. So whenever this is happen, not bad. So we Muslims, nobody can take the law in his hand, because this is the kind of things that it's worrying. Most of the not only Islamic I'm living in a country where some people are very they are also very, very critical with their religion. If you go to America, it happens. The Christians who are Nazis and other things. You know, we have this kind of things. We have the fascists who are also into Christianity more than they all. If you come here, sometimes you feel like you can't speak as a Muslim, some places, you know. But the thing is that we shouldn't always try to take laws in our hand. So that's what I think is the problem. So, but if a Christian sister or brother, you having this thing, don't insult it's something that somebody is worshiping. For example, if you start insulting Buddha, problem. You know, if you go to China, assaulting Buddha, it's a problem. You understand? So any faith has this problem. Any faith on earth. So the only thing is that we have to also educate between a dialogue between the Christians and Muslims, the Buddhists, the Hindus, the distant, saying that, brother, everybody should worship, but don't insult my distance. But if you have something you want to communicate, you want to talk about, we can have a debate, which is not a fight, to see who has the right. If you face nobody, say, let me say this word from the Quran. They say, Kuliya to Abdul. It says, and it says at the end of the day, it says what? Your religion is unto your religion, and my religion is unto my religion. Wa alaikum salam. So everybody has the right to exercise his or her religion. So me, Muslim, I will never force it. And it's saying that Christian can marry Muslim, Muslim can marry Christian, with all that there's a law, everything. So to me, I don't want to take much of the space. There's a brother.
No problem.
Is that it? There's a brother here. So
is it Sanusi? Please, your name and which country are you from?
I'm Sanusi from Ghana.
Okay. Sanusi from Ghana. Okay, Sanusi, quickly, what do you have to say? Can you please stay in one place to talk first?
Because let me find a place and just.
Harriet, emphasis. While you're finding a place to stay, let me read this comment. My grandmother was a staunch Christian. When I was a child, she told me how a Muslim man will come to her shop and they will learn the Quran and Bible together. She realized the two religions were 80% similar. During Muslim celebrations, she will be singing or humming the songs on TV. She taught us tolerance from childhood. So for me, all this division, I don't just get it. Exactly myself, Harriet. I don't even get it. I mean, Charlie, thanks for that comment, Harriet. So Sanusi, please, your comment now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Malaikum salam. Yeah.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa
barakatuh. Just hear what the brother is talking about. Brother Rashid is talking about the Sharia and don't take law into your hands, you know. So that's what I hear the moment I enter. You know, excuse me to say this, you know, there is some places that are saying that, like, no-go areas, you know, on no-go areas. There are some places that whenever you don't have to. You see, you don't have to even try to go those areas. As for me, I'm a Muslim. You can insult my parents, you can insult my mom, you can insult my dad, you can insult me, whatever you want. Wallahi, I will get the sabr, the patience. I don't mind. But for insulting Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wallahi, tallah, I can't get the patient there. Even I try to, I can't.
So why wouldn't you get the patient? So why wouldn't you get the patience for that? Yeah, can you explain that?
He is more, because he Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is more than my mom, he is more than my dad. It's everything. So I can get patient on anything at all. You can insult my teacher, my Arabic teacher. You can insult anybody in Islam, in Mala, in Sheikh. I don't give a damn. I will get a sabr. But to cross to the
what he's saying now, what do you think about
the bridge? You know.
So okay, brother Sanusi.
Sorry, hold on. Sanusi, please hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
Please hold on. Sorry.
When I was talking, I said that there's a punishment, because when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to Medina, he sat down with the non-Muslim and make a rule for them. And every Muslim, like me, for example, I'm also like you. For example, if you insult Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, not only Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, all the Prophet of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, we all have to react and call.
MashaAllah.
You understand?
That's it. You're right.
So, for example, and then Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, He says that what? He said we have ilm, we have fa'imta, we have hikmah. That is Islamic context. Sometimes, when somebody insults Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and I get the time to sit with that person and then preach him, because Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was even insulted in personal, in his presence, but he got the patience to even bring the person back to his senses. So can we call this person in peaceful way to talk to the person to also understand the deen of Islam, that you cannot insult, because I'll be hurt. So I want to tell that, brother, sister, don't insult my prophet. But can we do this dawah to those people? Instead of, let's say, we say that he said he saw, so I have to kill him.
Listen, you know, everybody have the type of heart that he has, you know. You see, and everybody have his own type of faith in his own blood, you know. There's something that can happen. You can get patient, but maybe Sanusi can never get patient.
Exactly.
So Sanusi, you understand what I mean? Hold on there. Sanusi, hold on there. I like this angle you are coming from. I like this angle you are coming from, because you have a different view, and I like this conversation. Now, as a man, when you are married and your wife offends you, are you going to beat her?
You are talking about my wife. I can never beat her. Even if she insults me, I can never beat her, because she's my wife.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were tolerant.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have tolerance. She's my wife.
Yeah, so you were tolerant.
When she tried and
so
insult
why
Rasul
wouldn't
sallallahu
you
alaihi
have
wasallam,
that same?
when she crossed the bridge, when she crossed, okay, go on.
Why wouldn't you have that same tolerance and patience with someone who is not in your religion and doesn't know the deen or the hadiths?
Yeah, listen to me. Now in this world that we are, that's a time ago. Maybe you can make some sin. Maybe you can go into some sin. You say that I don't know that, you know. Now no one can go into sin that you can say that I don't know this is a sin. Before you go into sin, you know that what I'm doing is sin. Even a 10 years old, you see, especially in Nigeria, you know, especially in Nigeria. Ask me, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm part of Nigeria, you know.
I get your point. So,
yeah. Listen, especially in northern
I
Nigeria,
I have something to add to this. You know, Islam is broad. Islam didn't tell you that. So do you believe that when someone insults Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you can go straight to kill him?
You can? Come again.
Insult Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If someone insults Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, can he be killed? Should he be killed, or there can be another way out?
That's how Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. When someone, anybody who insults Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is halal.
Okay, let's speak about Surah Al-Ma'idah.
Because if you can, there's hadith. Maybe I could remember the hadith that there's a guy that is uncle. There's a guy. There's a guy that is uncle always insulting Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, always tell his uncle that listen, stop insulting Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He continue. One day in the night, he wake up overnight and kill his uncle. You know.
Let Mr. Sanusi finish, please. Okay. I'm liking.
You see?
Go on. Please.
So he killed the uncle. So he went to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He went to sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said that that's what I did. Rasul sallallahu said that he did. This is normal. What he did. You understand?
It is normal.
So, you know, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
You said something, and I like to speak on your first word. You said he warned him, and then he didn't listen for several times. Then. You see, that is Islam. Islam is very specific in many things.
You warned him how many times?
How many times did he warn him?
How many times
more than 3 times. Yeah.
More than 3 times. You see,
so when the Arne or the the non-Muslim who you say does that, how many times are you supposed to forgive? Or one. Let me see. How many times are you supposed to warn?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love forgiveness. You understand what I mean? That's what Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam teach us to forgive each other. Okay, so Allah will forgive us. You understand? Listen to me. Listen. You know? That's how. But listen, that does not mean that maybe someone can cross the bridge.
The lie. Yeah.
Now,
see, that is because forgiving. Maybe I can sit. Listen now. Now I'm talking to you. I'm in Italy.
Brother.
You see?
Okay.
I have a lot of friends as a Christians. You know, most of my friends are Igbos. You know, we live together. We do things together. But for me, they themselves know that you can't touch a Muslim where I am. The law is what they know, so they can't even try it because they don't know this is my religion.
Yeah, they'll be afraid.
So don't go there. Don't go area.
You are in Italy,
it's
right?
Normal.
Okay.
So you are trying to tell me that I'm coming. So you are trying to tell me that
I want to say something.
You're trying to tell me that. Okay, great.
There is this ayah in the Quran. The ayah in the Quran. So you can write it down. The Quran 5 verse 53 to 54, Surah Al-Ma'idah, which says that the only punishment of those who wage war against Allah and His Messenger, one, listen to this, and strive to make a mischief in the land, is that they should be, one, listen to this, murdered or their hands and fish cut off on side, or they should be imprisoned. I'm coming. Should be imprisoned. You see where the law of the country comes in. So Surah Al-Ma'idah shows you that that means that if you are with Islamic we are all Muslims and we totally 100% ruled by Islam, then you can take the Sharia law how you want to take it. But you have for that person.
But do you know that that in Bible there is a chapter in Bible? Do you know that a chapter in Bible who says that if you insult any prophet, you have to be killed?
Let me tell you, there is. I'm just quoting my Quran Karim over here. I'm just saying, listen to me, please. I think we are all learning. I'm not perfect, by the way. So, for example, for us as if we take things to be like we human, we want to take things in our own hand, we'll always be making mistakes because we human beings are not perfect. So, by the way, if we follow the scriptures, because it says even should be imprisoned. So, for example, this lady who goes against the law of Nigeria, which is, let's say, the article which is section 204, can be what? Can be called to the criminal court to be imprisoned. This is what the Quran has already said.
The place that she did it, excuse me, the place that she did it, that place is no go in Sokoto. You can't insult Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Sokoto.
Is it not Nigeria?
You can't insult Rasul Sallallahu. That's what I'm trying to let you know that everybody have his own faith.
No, you are wrong. You are very wrong. So why didn't you report it?
I'm not wrong. Listen,
no, I'm coming.
She knows the place that. Listen, she knows the place that she is, and she knows the university that she is in.
And she told you that this is a
she don't have to try to do that.
Religious programs there.
Mr. Sanusi, will you forgive?
No, you're wrong.
Forgive in your life.
Because you forgive or you don't forgive.
Wallahi, I forgive everybody.
Okay,
you forgive. So why wouldn't you want the person?
Hassan,
I'm not taking you off because I want us to finish this conversation. So why wouldn't you forgive the person? Just like you said.
Forgiveness is like preaching person to understand whom you are. And for example,
yeah, exactly.
Remember,
you see, that's the beginning. That's what I'm trying to let you know, Mr. Rashid. As for me, like me, Sanusi, like me, Bamba, right?
Okay, so let's
as for me, Bamba.
Let him round up so that Berima can talk. So
no, let's go because I just want to enter in the house because I'm close to the house. So
all right, Mr. Sanusi.
Yeah, because for me, if you can't forgive, then I disagree with you, and it is wrong, and that is what I will tell any Muslim.
Why I can
Seriously.
Forgive? That's Muslim.
So
Muslim is forgiveness.
So why should you kill the person?
Salama, this is Muslim. Muslim is the forgiveness. That's what Muslim want to forgive.
But you just told us now that you can't accept it. If I insult your mother, fine, or your father, fine, but you can't take it.
Well,
yeah, that is just what you said. So you are an extremist. That's what you're trying to say. And you live in Italy.
No, Anita, let's get to the point. I'm trying to get, Mrs. Onisi is trying to say something like, we are not the same thing, the kind of people, okay? It's already that we are, because me, Bamba, will what to do with my, and I know certainly I've got some knowledge to guide me through, but somebody who is right, some people are at their age with the Quran or with the Hadiths, and some of them are extreme to the extent that they don't know. Can go and fall in the wrong person's hand, like even in the Christianity, as I said, in the Christianity, in every religion, in even the traditional religion that we have in Africa, this thing. So we can fall in the wrong hand, the wrong path. So I'm saying even insulting people's religion so that we can live peacefully. But I'm not supporting for anybody who kills somebody because he or she.
Exactly. That's the point. Religion. That is the point, and that is what I'm making him to know, because I am live now, and this video is shared by people. You are in Europe. This video will go far. If the authorities hear what you just said,
I don't give. Listen to me. For Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I don't give a damn. Europeans cannot do that. Europeans cannot insult Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam because we know some of them cross in the border, but Europeans are not like that.
Sweden, we saw. Let me tell you, what you are saying, we have seen it recently in France. We have seen it happening, but we have to try to prevent people from doing.
So if assuming the country you went to was not peaceful, will you be there? Or they were not tolerant, would you be there?
Listen, there's peace when
Do
you
you get
want
my
peace.
point?
You
That's
understand what I
when
mean?
you want peace. How?
Anybody want peace? You see, when you came with
how
me
is
with
that peace when you
salam,
want
I'll
peace?
follow with salam. So when you come with me that maybe, okay, I'm living with the Christians. Where I'm working,
So
we work
I'm not
together. I
my
pray.
point is
The
the
can
girl
disturb me.
said, I'm coming. The girl said, don't post religious posts on the class WhatsApp group. What is wrong in that, please?
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
This
with
is my
that.
point. So why would she be killed for that?
Doesn't hear the video.
If only that.
I doesn't hear what the girl say. Listen, for me, I doesn't hear what the girl say. But wallahi,
she said, don't post
wallahi,
religious content on the class group because of assignment. But the person got angry because of that. So why? And you are justifying
but me,
that.
I doesn't hear what the girl did. Really, I doesn't hear it.
Yeah, that is what she did. She did.
So if she did,
come in here.
Those people.
Gentlemen, kindly listen to me. Listen.
So, Barima, you come in here. You come in here, please. You come in. Go on, please.
This conversation we are having has very far-reaching consequences. I am sure that this platform, no matter how it is, mindset about it is common sense for any who adheres to any faith whatsoever to know that religion seeks to make you a better person. And how better a person must a human being become? You become a better person on 3 key principles. 1, love. 2, tolerance. And 3, coexistence. You are a person if you understand what it means to love your fellow human beings. You are a person if you understand that people will not always support your views, neither will they agree with your stance. So tolerance is important. In fact, intellectual had to do with separating your emotions from realities, from things as they are. Now, Anita, you and I might have clashed on a couple of occasions on issues that you understand in a certain way, and on issues I understand completely in another way. It doesn't make you my enemy. I don't hate you simply because you don't share my views. In fact, you make me a better person. You make me more studious when you even attack my views. That is when I become better, because in the process of you rebutting my stance, I probably will need to study more to understand and to correct my stance. So you become a better person. I've already shared with you on 3 key principles, and religion is supposed to achieve this. First, to help love ourselves unconditionally. 2, to help us understand each other in such a way that we will be willing to tolerate each other, regardless of your creed, regardless of what name you call God, regardless of where you come from. And thirdly, to peacefully coexist, that I can live with my neighbor and know that I am safe in the middle of my own friends. Now, if religion is bringing division whatsoever, listen, 3 years ago, and if you follow my timeline, Anita, you will know that I don't take extremism kindly. When a Christian young person ran and went to the mosque and shot Muslims, I condemned it in no uncertain terms. I made videos upon videos, because anybody that kills in the name of Jesus Christ doesn't even know the man. Because this is a man that had the power to call angels to fight for him, and yet he submitted himself to be killed. We are talking about a man who told his followers that instead of retaliating, turn the other cheek. We're talking about a man who says, hey, pray for your enemies and forgive those who despisefully hate you. And so if anybody kill in the name of Jesus Christ, it tells me that the person doesn't know Jesus in the first place. So I condemn religious extremism whatsoever, because the faith I find myself in, the faith of which I preach, and you know I'm a preacher, leads me to love. My scholarship scheme takes care of more Muslims than Christians. I operate more in northern Ghana in the predominantly Islamic communities, which is deprived more than the Christian South. Why? Because I operate by the love of Jesus Christ that enjoins me to go where he is needed and where his love is needed. Granted, listen, people talk about disrespecting the of Islam. Let's put it in context to me. Excuse me, if you get offended, forgive me. I'm just making a point here. The Prophet of Islam is dead. He is buried. Muslims should know where he is buried. Number two, the Prophet of Islam is an Arab. He is not a West African. He is not a Nigerian.
Let
him finish, please. Let's give him a chance to go on.
Jew from Israel. He is not a West African. He is not a Ghanaian. He is not any of my relatives. I don't see why my neighbor should be killed simply because, let's put it in your context, that they disrespected a prophet. Listen to me, people. If we can kill ourselves simply because somebody disrespected the dead, if we can kill ourselves simply because somebody disrespected the spiritual,
I agree with you, man.
Let him learn. It's good for us to be listening. Please let listen. Sober.
We can kill ourselves based on something that is supposed to make us better.
Then Anita, please read from James Allen. It
is best we don't even pursue religion at all, because what is the point? We're talking, and what we're talking about is a serious matter. May we never joke with it. We're talking about somebody who had been educated from primary school all the way to
So, Berima,
you see, as Mr. Pastor, I don't know your name.
Berima, Sanusi, this is my life, Sanusi. I'm the anchor, so hold on. Please. Hold on, please. Berima just said he feels so far the person is dead and gone. You shouldn't kill anybody because of the person. That is what he's saying.
For what that he's saying is listen carefully. What you see, that's where the problem is to come from.
This is sad. Yeah, exactly. It's sad. So hold on. I need to please read this comment. Read this from Ali. He said, if a man says his religion is better than his neighbors, he doesn't know the truth in his own religion. This saying is what we all must imbibe and walk in. Religion has religion has, I don't want to use the word that's up. That's what somebody's comment. A minute, please. I'm coming. A minute. There's call to prayer now, and I know a lot of you have to pray as well, but
exactly.
There's call to prayer now, but let's continue so that we end up quickly. Sorry, a minute, I'm coming. So if someone insults Buddha, should the person be killed too? If someone insults your prophet, don't you think it is an opportunity to educate the person? Because many people do things out of ignorance. So it doesn't matter what this group of people will do to you or not. Question is, what is right? So yeah, hold on. Sorry, very much, please hold on. Let Ras come in, please. Hold on.
Once he talks without talking.
Sister Anita.
Yeah, please hold on. Ras, are you talking?
Yeah, I was talking about because he's in first, so I allow Mr. Sanusi to talk before I talk.
Sister
Okay,
Anita,
so please go. Yeah.
Did you see the way they? I don't know his name. I'm sorry, Mr. Pastor is talking about. That's where you sometimes the problems used to come from. Do you hear the word he say?
Okay.
It's dead and gone. Listen to me. Listen. Did you hear the word that he used? It's dead and gone.
I get your point. Okay.
This is a part of insult that we can never take it. As for me, Sanusi can never take it.
Yes, so you cannot take it.
You have to address it. You have to address it in the manner way. You have to address it in the manner way. Not the way you can just say it just like that. You understand what I mean? Listen, you can never get a Muslim. You can never have a Muslim who disrespect Anthony Isa. You can never get a Muslim.
All right. Okay.
Who disrespect Anthony Isa.
So now, very much keep quiet. Very much keep quiet. Keep quiet. Very much keep quiet, please. Very much keep quiet.
How do you call yourself? The word that you have to be careful in your word that maybe you are saying that maybe it's dead and gone. That's intent, but it's not what you think.
All right. Please. Okay. So now, Sanusi has said the part that they don't like, which is like you say now. Agreed, you don't like that part. And he's sorry for that, or we are sorry for that. This is my live, and I invited him. He doesn't know, and so okay. So now, this person didn't know this before now, and he has done it once. Do you get my point? He has done it once.
Yeah.
You don't bring emotions inside. You're emotional, Sanusi. You are highly emotional. The first thing I'm just saying this. If this is a practical situation, do you get me, Sanusi? If assuming it is a practical situation, assuming we are in a space together now, what I expect you to do is what? To educate him on what he just did, just like the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did. My point. And that is why I asked you the other time, how many times did the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam forgive those people? And that is why I said you are being emotional about this. Forgiveness is the key. Do you get my point? Let us not be emotional about these issues, and please let us forgive. So, Berima, can you just kindly say sorry for what you said in one word?
Well, in one word, listen, young man, I don't know you. This
of course, you don't know each other.
Young man, maybe I'll be.
His name is Sanusi, so don't call him young man. His name is Sanusi. Well, so you just, you didn't know that.
Mr. Sanusi, if you are offended by me making reference to the fact that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is dead and gone, then forgive me for that. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much for that.
So, it's okay. That's all. Please. Hold on, Berima. So hold on, Berima. So that said, now we are done with. We've been able to sort the emotional aspect of it and forgiveness, which is the key word where we are driving at this evening. And a lot of people have gone out and joined again. And I think it's been a good conversation to me, because we have someone from the other sect as well who disagrees with what we are saying. Do you get the point? And he's been able to say his mind. So the thing now goes back to what I'm saying, education. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Education. Why not educate your friend who is a Christian before you strike? Why not? You get my point. Anita, why do you keep on hosting this Yes, I am very tolerant, and that is how I am, because I want to understand both parts. Nana Amiel. That is how I am, because even on Facebook these days, even if it's feminism or whatever, I don't block people. It's open. You make your comments. I may get something out of it.
Good.
That is how life should be. Do you get my point? I'm open. You get my point. So I want everybody to be like that. So educate your friend who is a Christian. Oh, this is how it is. This is how it is. We don't like this. We don't like this. Sanusi, if assuming you met me outside, would you know I'm a Christian?
How did I know? Because I never been there before.
No, I'm just saying, like assuming you saw me like this outside, will you know I'm a Christian?
Maybe I will say you have become Christian. I know used to be like that.
Yeah, but it's because no. Maybe if you know me on Facebook, fine. But assuming you met me like this on the street, would you know I'm a Christian?
Never.
Never. This is just dressing. It doesn't mean anything. Do you get it? Your heart. What are you doing that is wrong? What are you doing in the secret that is wrong? You get it? Akwewani Diana saw what? Hijab. But they go for Shino and the rest of them. They go and commit adultery. Bath and wear the hijab again and come back home.
That's what I'm saying. I think this, let
no, I think let's wrap up here. I'm coming. Sorry, a minute. Sorry. It's good. I'm coming. Sorry. It's good to get all the representatives here. Exactly. That is the point. Yes, that is it. That's someone's comment here. Okay, so please go on. Ras, say your last words. We are going to wrap up.
Yeah.
So actually, please allow the third brother to say. We want to hear. Okay, Ras, go on, please. Okay.
Okay. So actually, I like the opinion. Everybody has an opinion over here. We are entitled opinions each because like religion. What did you learn? How do you have to talk with people in religion? How to live people in
the line is breaking.
Me, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Your line is breaking. The line is breaking.
Can you hear me?
Okay, better now. Yeah, okay, better now. Yeah.
How do you react to people from other faiths, which is very important for us over here? So looking at this, whether you are a Christian, you can be good in speaking English, but that doesn't make you the better Christian. If you are a Muslim, you can be good in speaking Arabic. That makes you know better. I've been closer to the Pope himself. Me being here, I've been closer to the Pope. Okay? So one thing is that I want to tell my brother Berima, you made a clear notation, your clear mind, but the language we use brings us the problems in our society. In any way, in any condition, even within your family, the languages we use can bring a big problem that we can't solve. You know? So, and also we are used to a system whereby the majority provoked the minority, or the minority provoked the majority. So provocation is one of the big problems we are facing mostly in our differences as a religion. Because if you hear anything that goes wrong in religion, you go and find that there's a provocative language somewhere, which rather ignites someone to do what he's not supposed to do. So, Pastor Berima, I think as you apologize, we keep on educating each other. Being a Christian, a Muslim, the way we communicate is very important. Me, in my religion, I once wrote, I was member of a World Bible School before. I know the Bible, I know the Christian, the Quran. But one thing is to me is that I'm not having time to come and say Christian is good, better than Muslims. For me, what I do, I have to pray and pray that I'll be a good person. To me, my slogan. I think we have the capacity to build a nation together. It's not bad. Religion did not come to teach each other. Religion did not come to tell to corrupt. Did not come to tell us that we should hate each other. But religion taught you, the beginning of the religion taught you always about peace. And let's go back to history of religion. the history of religion started with revolution. Religion, before religion comes, in other countries, we have been killing children, killing women, and so. Before even Christianity came, Jesus Christ came as a revolutionary. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also come as a revolutionary, because you have to fight to take the oppressors out of depression. You know, these are the goals of the religion, and makes you live in a good society with whom person you are. That's why you have to guide. Your Bible or your Quran is your guide. So to me, I disagree with
your last word. Your last word. Okay, so you disagree with.
I agree. I disagree. Sorry, with people saying that religion is the problem. No, nature.
Okay.
Our human nature.
Okay.
We will look the problem. Okay. Thank you all for that.
Okay. So now, to wrap it all, to wrap it all. Sorry, Sanusi, were you saying something, please?
No, I'm thanking my brother.
Okay.
Bamba, yeah.
Bamba.
Yeah. So now, we have the youth, we have everybody, we have people in places. You all have access to people. Sanusi, you have people who have the same beliefs as you. What we've just done this evening is what you can extend to, people that have the same belief as you. Do you get my point? We are all educating. You educate one, the other person educates another person, and it goes on and on. And this emotional, annoyance and whatever, if we attach it to the way we see politics in our country and vote and all that, do you know that Africa is going to be a better place? If we handle politics the way we handle religion, our leaders vote them out when we are supposed to do.
Excuse me, Sister Anita.
Yeah.
Religion is no problem of Africa.
Well,
I want you to know that.
I have to leave. Let me.
Yeah,
I'm
making your point. So I'm saying that
religion is no problem of Africa.
My point is the way we take it. The way we take it. If assuming we take it the same way and ask our leaders questions, wouldn't Africa be a better place?
Our leaders in Africa, Sister Anita, even they can answer any question. Religion can never be a problem of Africa, because listen, we have a country that are more religious. We have the countries. Sister Anita.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
Okay,
Sorry, hold on, very much. Let him finish. Okay.
So I need to make some few comments and leave.
Okay.
The first thing I want to add that tolerance, if it can be achieved, there is one thing we need to learn to do to separate our emotions from our reasoning faculty. If not, we should always know, is that we do not control the temperament of the other person, but what we can control is ours. If you always base on the action of the other person, then the problem is not with the other person, but rather with you, because you are not the one who is able to handle yourself very well. Tolerance, when we are able to say, hey, look, you are entitled to your opinion. This is what you think. I may know the truth. If you want me to educate you, I told you, I operate from predominantly Islamic communities. But it's not my duty to go and convince anybody. It is for me to present my faith by the way I live. And if you ask me about it, I will explain to you. I live the faith I know rather than talk about the faith I know. Because that is what the whole thing about faith is supposed to achieve. Finally, let me share with you.
It's about tolerance. All right.
Tolerance it's a great thing that we need as a people all over the world.
Please, that's the reason why.
Land and then you can come in. Okay. I grew up in Kumasi, a suburb of Kumasi known as Ababo. Everybody that knows the place knows that it is a predominantly Islamic community. I followed a couple of my friends to Makalanta a couple of times. And then I heard a song. That song, if I sing it in Chi, more like Nyami ni ba Yesu or ye Jamamba, translated to mean God doesn't have a wife, so God doesn't have a son. Bastard.
In Makaranta, you hear the song. In Makaranta.
Yes, in Makaranta.
In Makaranta. But no. People change this song in Makaranta. Please,
don't. People do all the time.
Abner said, Sanusi, religion is the problem of Africa. Obroni was busy writing algorithm to enslave us forever, and we are arguing over religion.
I like you.
Sanita, listen to me. You see, I want you to.
Hold on, very much. Hold on.
Okay, if you're talking, okay, come on, go on.
You see, Sanusi and your friend, I am sharing a with you. It is up to you. Or not to say.
Please, round up. Sorry.
Anita about this in Ghana. Don't get ask Anita of what I just told you in Ghana, and you hear it. But what has kept Ghana intact? It's because
you have to try and go and find the translation of the song very well, because I'm not sure a Makaranta can sing this song that you are talking about.
Regardless of
it's a very,
but you went to this country.
Yeah, so very much you've made your point. So I'm wrapping up, please. I have a meeting. So now Sanusi.
Sister Anita. Listen,
very much. So hold on, please. Yeah, go on, Sanusi.
Because I have an online.
Yeah, you guys.
Tolerance, my friends. Listen. People will draw cartoons the way they want it. They can make caricature of Jesus. They can make anything. Tolerance. People will speak their minds the way they want it. You can't control.
That's no problem. That's no problem. You see,
Mr.
So
thank you. You can hit me up on Facebook. We can continue our dialogue behind the scenes. Maybe we can help one another. But in the meantime,
put a comment in there. He will say,
God bless.
It's in there, very man. He will see it. His name is Sanusi on Facebook. He would see the comment. So you can hit up
Mr.
Okay, sorry, a minute. Sorry, a minute. Sanusi. So Yanzu, do you in under 30 seconds, 20? I give you 15 seconds. Say your last words. What have you learned so far? 15 seconds.
What I'm trying to say now, what I'm trying to say here is, religion is not the problem of Africa. At all. Not at all. You see, religion is no problem of Africa, because we have the nations that they are more religious in Africa, but they are doing well. You know, Saudi Arabia is a Muslim nation. Look at their nation. When you go to Dubai, they are Muslim nation. Look at their nation. So it's a bad leader that we have. You know, it's a bad leader that we have. It's no matter of religion. You see, religion rather repair things, no destroy things.
Okay, great. So last word, Raz. Thank you, Sanusi. From which state are you? Which is it, county or state or wherever?
I mean Torino.
So Italy, right?
Torino.
Yeah, Italy. Yeah.
So thank you for joining from Italy, the Vatican City, right? Or is it not? Country rather, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Your last words, please.
My last word is to tell that what it quote is أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله لم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا he had, and he was saying that the book, they say what? God has no son, no one has not given birth to God, and then and nobody can give birth to him. But let's say, I didn't translate everything yet, but nothing is about Christian was born, not Muslim. Any Muslim who don't believe in Jesus is not a Muslim.
Not a Muslim. Good.
Any Muslim who doesn't believe in Jesus is not a Muslim. That's why we have Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. We have the verse on his mother's name.
Yeah, Surah Maryam.
So, Mr. Berima, I love you being a Christian. I think we all learn from each other. So I tell to my friends that somebody was saying that I disagree with Mr. Berima, but I didn't disagree. No, some point of with Sanusi, I was disagreeing with him on point of something, but we all agree to disagree and also understand that we are learning from each other. So let's fight. Let's put this energy also to solve the problem of our countries and have solution for Ghana should be fixed, by the way. So that's
exactly. So thank you everybody for joining in. I never expected to spend so many hours. I wanted to do just 30 minutes, and this has extended over 2 hours. If I'm right, I'm not too sure yet, but I mean, it's been so long. Thank you very much, Harriet, Mabina, Michael, Gariba. A lot of people joined in from Italy, Nigeria, Kano, Sokoto, a whole lot of places, Charlie. You guys are wonderful. Foster, Haja Wangara, Aisha Adamu is in Kano. Aselina was in Kano, and she said Kano is cool. Grace is in Kano right now, and they're all saying Kano is okay today, no problem. Uma Hassana joined earlier on. Berima was saying to joined as well. A whole lot of people. I can see all the names again. Nagode Sose for joining, and at least we've learned something. We've been able to do one or two things, and let's call it a day, mashallah, and we will still meet some other time on this same channel on my page.
Hajia.
Yeah, so yeah, Hajia Anita.
Aja Anita, if you are not a Muslim, try to become a Muslim, okay? Because it fitted you.
Nope. I hear you. Yes. When you buy my ticket for Makkah, I'll become a Muslim.
Okay, so you have to try.
So when you get my ticket, all right.
That's why Ghana we are in peace, because Ghana we tolerate each other, because Ghana we don't insult each other's faith. You know, that's why in Ghana we are in peace always. You see.
All right. Mashallah. All right. So see ya. And be a good boy.
You too.
All right. Yes. So we are done for the day. Thanks everybody for joining in once again. And I think sorry if you found it a little bit controversial. I had to tolerate different opinions from different sects of the Islamic Brotherhood to know, to hear from both sides. And I think we've been able to convince one person at least, which is part of the education we are talking about. Yeah, so Harriet, the last was it is good. Okay, I read that we had people from different sides, and she said what again? The top two religious countries in the world are Ghana and Nigeria. Go figure, not even Saudi Arabia. That is somehow true. So thank you, everyone. I'm ending it here. Let's call it a day. We'll meet again some other time. Thank you very much. Bye.